I'm going to share with you this morning a very precious recipe, a ginger bread with a buttermilk, a Yeats country buttermilk. It's one of those precious recipes that my mum handed me down many years ago.
Okay.
So here we have our flour.
Mm-hmm. Now, is this self-raising or
This
plain?
is self-raising flour.
Self-raising flour, okay.
This is wholemeal, coarse wholemeal flour. Some brown sugar. Pinch of salt. Ginger, which is wonderful for the flavour once again. And baking powder. Now I'm going to two eggs going into this bread.
It's best to mix the eggs into the buttermilk.
Into the buttermilk.
Rather than into the dry.
No, it's much easier and it brings it all together. Okay. Now I have flour and margarine, which makes a very, very light texture and gives a nice spongy effect to the bread, a very nice lightness.
If you had butter in the fridge, could you use butter?
Absolutely, but it would be important that it would be at room temperature. Okay. So as you can see, the flour is nice and soft.
Oh, this is just your traditional
So
bread,
yes. So I just crumble it.
So you're lifting it up, is that continuing to put air in?
Exactly. It just gives lovely lightness. And important that it's just like your fingertips. You're just running it through your fingertips rather than being heavy.
That is very nice. That only took, it really just took
a few seconds, yes. Now just beat up the eggs. Okay, and here I have my treacle melted.
Oh, so you're putting treacle into this gingerbread?
Yes,
okay.
It's a treacle and ginger. Treacle and ginger bread.
Now, and what have you done here with the treacle? Because usually it comes out thick and sticky.
Well, again, a little tip I put a tiny little bit of melted butter into the saucepan with the treacle and just gently loosen it. So as you can see, it's just a runny texture now, and it's not going to be a thickish consistency. Okay, so this loosens it up, and you can fold it into
into the mixture.
Into the mixture, yes. Okay. So it's quite a wet bread, as you will see. It's just almost pouring into the tin.
Yeah, that's stirring through.
It's stirring
well.
through.
Yes.
Otherwise,
it would be lying in the bottom.
Yes. So I hold a little bit back.
This is very simple.
Very simple. And homemade bread is so it's so warming to come into your home and get this nice aroma of the bread. So there we are. It's quite loose, quite soft, but it bakes beautifully. I butter the loaf tins, and it makes it very easy to remove the breads.
Right. And again, just 3/4.
3/4 fill, allowing for space to rise. So now I put it into the oven at 180 for about 45 minutes. Okay. And then I turn it out and leave it on its side to give it a nice crust. This is our treacle bread. I just turn it out. Okay. Another idea, I have would be to put it back into the oven for about 10 minutes. It gives this nice crisp finish to the bottom crust. As you can feel, it's a little steamy at the bottom, but the cake is already cooked. The breads are cooked certainly, but it just needs a little crisp up, and it makes a very nice difference when you start cutting it. Just put them in. Important to put them on their side. If you put them back in flat like this, the steam will generate again. So it's important just to put it in at the side.